This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning, I'm Olanireti of Ololade. The major headlines: ADC convention. Mark, Atiku, Aregbesola tackle Tinubu on hardship insecurity. Security beefed up at JAMB exam centers. Please. LP chairman rejects calls for Amukunton's resignation. Warn against fresh congresses. Business. Benin, Togo, Niger. Owe Nigeria $9.55 million electricity debt. Sports. Okoye releases Eagles return. Entertainment. Fela Kuti, Shade Adu honored with Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. News in detail. ADC convention. Mark, Atiku, Aregbesola tackle Tinubu on hardship and insecurity. The embattled national chairman of the African Democratic Congress, former Senate President David Mark, former Governor Rauf Aregbesola, the ADC National Secretary and other party leaders have declared that there would be no easy victory for President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 general elections. Speaking at the party's national convention themed "So that Nigeria May Work," held on Tuesday in Abuja, the ADC leader strongly criticized the Tinubu-led administration over the worsening insecurity and economic hardship in the country, insisting that Nigerians were facing unprecedented levels of suffering. Other ADC leaders, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Governors Peter Obi, and Rotimi Amechi, described the security situation as deteriorating, alleging that poverty has more than doubled under the present administration. However, the faction of the ADC led by Nafiu Bala dismissed the Abuja convention, stating that their own bloc would hold a separate convention after the Supreme Court's judgment. Security beefed up at JAMB exam centers. Police. The Nigeria Police Force has deployed a rapid response team across examination centers nationwide ahead of the 2026 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination conducted by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. This is as the police dismissed circulating rumors about threats to candidate safety as unfounded. In a statement on Tuesday, the First Public Relations Officer, Anthony Placid, said the police were aware of recent unfounded rumors concerning the safety of some centers in the north-central state, but stressed that such claims has no basis. The Nigeria Police Force wishes to categorically state that these claims are without basis. While the NPF does not act on rumors, the concerns raised by members of the public have been duly noted as it concerns the safety, education, and future of our children and youths, the statement noted. Olubadan, Ajimobi's widow, denied thoughts to impeach Makinde. The Olubadan of Ibadan, Obarashidi Ladoja, and the widow of the late Governor Abiola Ajimobi Florence have denied purportedly inducing members of the State House of Assembly through its Speaker Adebo Ogundoyin to begin an impeachment process against Governor Seyi Makinde. Ogundoyin became the center of the alleged plot on Tuesday morning after members of the State House of Assembly issued individual statements to absolve themselves of any knowledge of discussions between the Speaker and both the Olubado and Ajimobi's wife. In his viral statement, the Chief Whip of the State Assembly, Gbenga Oyikola, had revealed that Ogundoyin was invited by the Olubado and Mrs. Ajimobi. The statement quoted the Olubado as advising the Speaker on his governance ambition and offering to secure him a House of Representative ticket for him under the APC, along with the necessary funds to prosecute the election. The Speaker was reported to have declined the offer. Ogundoyin was also said to have been invited by the former governor's wife on the same subject matter. He said he was offered money, but declined and did not collect anything from them, Oyekola's statement read. NAN's kick as abductors of Unijust students demand 30 million naira. The National Association of Nigerian Students has condemned the abduction of a student of the University of Jos, John Aram, who was reportedly abducted while traveling to Kaduna, while the abductors demanding a ransom of 30 million naira. The NAN's national president, Ololade, in a statement on Tuesday, expressed outrage over the incident, describing it as a reflection of the deteriorating security situation in the country. NAN said disturbing evidence of the student's captivity had surfaced in the public domain, showing the conditions under which he is being held and the inhumane treatment meted out to him. The association stated that the slow response of the authorities towards the student's plight has also raised concerns. It is disturbing and highly challenging to acknowledge that such inhumane treatment can be meted out by one human to another. However, what is more perplexing is the apathy and weak response of our security institutions and local authorities at the state and federal levels, the statement read. LP chairman rejects calls for Amokunto's resignation, warned against fresh congresses. The 36 elected state chairman of the Labour Party on Tuesday rejected calls for the resignation of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amokunto, even as he cautioned the electoral umpire against recognizing or conducting fresh congresses for the party. Secretary of the Forum of Elected States Chairman and National Executive Committee, Abdurrahim Chindo, announced a position at a press conference in Abuja amid growing political tension over allegations surrounding the INEC chairman. The African Democratic Congress had over the weekend called for Amokunto's resignation, citing an alleged pro-President Bola Tinubu tweet from 2023. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, the party argued that attempts to erase the digital trail amounted to a dangerous cover-up capable of undermining the credibility and neutrality of Nigeria's electoral system. Business. Benin, Togo, Niger owe Nigeria $9.55 million electricity debt. Three West African countries of Benin, Togo, and Niger have collectively failed to pay Nigeria $9.55 million for electricity supplied to them in the fourth quarter of 2025, according to the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission quarterly report. For the fourth quarter of 2025, the market operator issued a total invoice of $20.44 million to international bilateral customers in Benin, Togo, and Niger for power supply during the period. However, the three of them were only able to pay $10.89 million of the total invoice, representing a remittance performance of 53.28%. The report stated the three international bilateral customers being supplied by Gencos in the Nigerian electricity supply industry made a payment of $10.89 million against the cumulative invoice of $20.44 million issued by the MO for services rendered in 2025 quarter 4, translating to a remittance performance of 53.28%. This means that out of every $100 billed to those international customers, only $53.28 was paid, leaving a shortfall of $46.72, which amounts to the $9.55 million unpaid debt. Sports. Okoye relishes Eagles' return. Maduka Okoye has expressed his delight at returning to the Super Eagles team, stressing his desire to become a regular fixture in the squad after his recent recall. The Udinese goalkeeper highlighted the personal significance of representing Nigeria, describing his call-up as both an honor and motivation to maintain consistency at the highest level. At the 2025 African Cup of Nations, he featured in the Super Eagles 2-1 friendly victory over Iran in Antalya during the March international window, but was ruled out of the subsequent 2-2 draw against Jordan due to a thigh injury sustained in training. Despite that setback, the 26-year-old has responded impressively at club level, earning a place in the Serie A team of the week, following a standout performance in the Udinese 3-0 win over AC Milan, where he kept a clean sheet. Entertainment. Fela Kuti, Sade Adu honored with Rock and Roll